Peace. Peace. Damn, bring it back old school. Happy now. Now is the vibrate. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. In fact, right now, back in HD a little bit. My picture's looking a little better. But I want to speak on a few ascension symptoms where I was going through it, feeling it, and I came across a video that helped, confirm, some of the things we're going through. But basically, right now is an important time. We're probably going through this vibe of like, wondering what to eat. That's been like a strong vibe lately. It's like, how to follow your own inner guidance on, what to do for everything. Matter of fact, like, be real with you, like right now is an important time to listen to your soul, body, and mind. Other than another human being, we need to be tuning in to our mind, body, and soul. Because I'm seeing what's coming up a lot. Like, should I eat this? So and so eat this. Should I eat this? Or so and so smoke? Should I smoke? Or this? You know what I'm saying? And I watch myself how you could get caught up in somebody else's reality, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's what's best for you in your moment, you know what I'm saying? Not, of course, look, we got soul sister and brethren, you come across and be like, hey, I quit smoking, or I'm eating this now, or whatever the case may be. But that's not, oh, well, let me do the same thing you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it should be out of it resonating with you, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, like I think about last night, matter of fact, shout out to my fam. Matter of fact, my cousin Drell, the husband Keem, and the young ones. But that old country shit. Shout out to so and so down the street, little such and such around the corner. Yeah, all that. But I ate at Cheesecake Factory last night, Of course, I had like a little avocado egg roll. I did, do the vegetarian vibe, had a little salad, but, everything in the Cheesecake Factory ain't like, oh, non-GMO, this and that, you know what I'm saying? So, but it lined up for me to meet up with my family from Louisiana. They out here in LA visiting. And I connected with them, and it was a vibe where I'm like, ooh, I wanted to get something to eat before I met with them. But I waited on a vibe like, well, you know what? Because I did want to eat with them, like at a restaurant before they go. So I'm like, I'm not even going to grab nothing quick. I'm going to hit them up and see, And then when I hit them up, they're like, shit, we about to eat. So it just all lined up, again, seeing where the importance, the true importance is being in the flow with our inner being and being in the moment, not overthinking, not letting our thoughts rule us, but us using our thoughts, Of course, we may have a clear, cognizant thought or idea that may come to us out the blue from higher self, but to be sitting there conjuring up thoughts yourself and being like, I wonder about this in the future, I wonder about that in the past, or this, like once we get to that stage, it's gonna drive you crazy, Again, shout out to 3 Stacks. Whenever you thinking too much, you removing what's moving, I'm pretty sure y'all probably hear this water moving behind me, and that's the energy we constantly moving, Again, that's why I spoke on not resting in peace, but it's like more so transition with clarity. We transition, we never really resting in essence. But we do take little breaks to some extent, but yeah, the importance point to not to overthink, like what you're gonna eat and things of this nature. Like basically, overthinking about eating is just as detrimental as eating something unhealthy. Like, as much as you want to make sure you're not eating something unhealthy, when you get into that indecisive mode and overthinking like that disrupts your energy as much as if you would have ate a hamburger, you know what I'm saying? Because too, it's getting down to that point, like, again, with meat eating and all that, it's about just giving thanks for whatever it is that you eat and understanding what you're doing as you're partaking in whatever you're partaking in. Because whatever you eat, you're picking up on the vibration of it. If you're eating broccoli, you're picking up the vibration of broccoli. If you're eating pigeons, you're picking up on the vibration of pigeons. If you're eating you know, whatever it is, you picking up on that frequency regardless, you know what I'm saying? That's a part of your experience, you know, is, you know, dealing with certain things and like, you know, having a certain experience that's different from something that you may have not had. But, you know, not getting lost in the sauce again of overanalyzing what we eat. And we all uniquely different, you know. Again, eat what you vibe with and what satisfies the health of your mind, body, and soul. Not so-and-so down the street. Shout out to Infinite Waters or the cat down the road. You know, I had to give him that shout out because he coined that basically. But, you know, it's about what vibes right for your mind, body, and soul. What keeps your mind, body, and soul balanced, you know. Matter of fact, speaking of mind, body, soul, like you'll see the 333 angel numbers letting you know like either everything is in balance or you may be a little off balance, and I got a video about that, so I won't go deep into it. But again, not overthinking about what we eat, and again, back to this aspect, just dealing with our inner guidance in general, you know, not drifting off too far into other people's, you know, regiments and what they're doing right now, but more so what works for us. Because, you know, your heart is inside you. It's not inside the body of somebody else. You know, your soul is right here, you know, like, but it's in, you know, it's your bodysuit, you know what I'm saying? It's where your soul is encased. And your soul done been through unique situations and past lives. Your soul incarnated in this earthly plane at a certain time, so you got a different you know, like with different zodiac signs, you know, and with that with different zodiac signs you got different cell salts. You know, when you look up the cell salts, each zodiac sign has a cell salt attached to it. Matter of fact, I did a video on the Aquarius cell salt and satellite not too long ago. But you know, we have different cell salts, so that means you're gonna have a different diet. You know, if you're a Capricorn, you know, sun, you know, you may have more, like, you know, you got to deal with your knees and your bone structure, so you're gonna eat something different from somebody who's a Aries, and they deal with the health of the brain, you know, the head and the cerebellum and things of this nature. You know what I'm saying? Or Gemini, that's, you know, eating to keep the lungs healthy, you know what I'm saying? And not say eating to keep the lungs healthy, but in so many words, you know what I'm saying, so many realms. But, again, we each have a unique vibrational signature. We each got different cell salts. You know, we all got different, like, Akashic and DNA makeup, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, now is a time for us to be strongly aware and accountable on a level of not getting lost in somebody else's sauce, you know, right now. And matter of fact, another vibe too, again, just finding your unique balance with what you're eating and how you eat. Because lately I've been on like a 12 to 24 hour fasting vibe where, you know, basically like I only eat in between 12-hour intervals. So if I eat, say for instance, at 11, well really no, I've almost been doing 24-hour intervals. Like, so if I eat 11 o'clock a.m. today, then I won't eat again till 11 o'clock a.m. the next day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, again, but that's my unique, you know, something that uniquely came to me for my energy, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a different perspective and way of this. Because not only with your sun sign, you more than that, you also got different aspects, you know. You got your moon in Aries, or your north node in Capricorn, or, you know, you got your Venus in Sagittarius. You know, you got all these different aspects, and that each, you know, like I tell people with making my my jewelry, you know, yeah, they all may be made of the same crystals in essence, but they all have a unique pattern that makes them, you know, unique off of the vibration that they give off, you know. So also being aware of that. Also seeing too, there's a lot of focus on our solar plexus area, you know, doing solar plexus work. And again, pointing to the solar plexus is dealing with, you know, our confidence and self-esteem, but that's also connected to our diet, our digestive system, what we eating, you know what I'm saying? And the solar plexus energy is somewhat, you know, not connected to the spleen chakra, but the, you know, but the spleen itself, you know, and again, just that focus. And what I was gonna say, that's why I was gravitated to work with Golden Apatite lately. You know, Golden Apatite helps to release a lot of the blockages within that solar plexus. As a matter of fact, a very popular stone for emitting that yellow, that strong yellow ray, you know, energy, just like how, you know, emerald displays that strong green healing energy, you know. But matter of fact, like due to the sharpness of the color, it has much more of a stronger effect, you know. And again, apatite with that yellow ray, you know, it helps release those blockages of confidence, you know, self-esteem, creativity, you know, like, cause again, that's what's opening up for us right now, especially as Aries season, you know what I'm saying? We letting our sun shine, you know, so the solar plexus is like a representation of the sun within us, you know, so definitely releasing those blockages. And again, a lot of things dealing with our diet and how we eat, and making sure we find some type of regimen that's all right for us. Cause, you know, like say for instance, I drink some coffee and smoke some herb and still get my downloads like I'm supposed to get my downloads. You might drink some coffee and smoke some herb and you fucking up. You like, oh shit, what the universe doing to me? That might make you feel like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so again, there's just emphasis on that uniqueness right now, you know. Again, there's a spike in the shamanic resonance, you know, having solar winds and all these things. Again, there's our soul, you know, vibration raised. Matter of fact, I did a video about how, you know, the essence of carbon is changing. You know, I forgot what it's, you know, what it's shifted to, but you know, basically carbon is becoming more light-bodied. You know what I'm saying? But matter of fact, if you look up universal frequencies, carbon, it should pop up. But yeah, that's basically it. You know, again, eat what you vibe with and what satisfies the health of your mind, body, and soul. Your unique vibrational signature, you know. And listen to your soul, body, and mind, not another human's soul, body, and mind. Of course, we get insight from other people, just like you watching this video and getting insight right now, you know what I'm saying? Something resonating with you a certain way, you know, cool. But don't try to force, you know, force feed something that I'm saying into your regimen, you know what I'm saying, on some, well, because universal frequencies is somebody who seems like he knows something about spirituality, let me follow everything he says. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta find, like, that's why I was, you know, from jump, everything been the importance of, you know, meditating to, you know, get up out of our thoughts and allow for us to be more in the flow with our intuition, you know. Because of course we taking actions and doing things, you know, but it's in alignment with our inner being. And, you know, basically though, that's basically it. You know, and with that Aries energy, you know, it's action, first impressions. Like, whatever we doing right now is sparking the first impression of, like, how we're going to continue our growth. You know what I'm saying? Are we going to be stagnant, worried about when I'm spending, you know, for the most part, imaginary currency. Of course, currency is, you know, energy is energy, you know what I'm saying? But, like, as far as dealing with money, like, you know, like, are you being tight about it? Are you letting it flow like you playing San Andreas? Like, you know, like what we really are in essence, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you play in a game, do you be like, oh, no, I got to, you know, budget this for that? Or, you know, again, of course, we have some level of practicality. Matter of fact, right now with this Aries energy, a lot of people may be uncomfortable, especially those who have like a practical, fixed energy about things. You know, whether it's a Virgo, Capricorn, got like that practicality. You know, the stubbornness of a, you know, of a Taurus, or you know, a Leo is a fixed sign as well. Scorpio fixed sign, Aquarius fixed sign, but which is not all about all fixed signs, but just those signs that really also fixated in being practical and kind of scared to, you know, be spontaneous. You know, like you probably gonna feel like, you know, like you know, but it's time for us to, you know, like the ram, you know, head first, you know. But yeah, just don't overthink it. But that's basically it. I'm gonna do a video another time about gold apatite. That's what I'm working with right now: gold apatite, chrysocolla, and amber. You know, again, that solar plexus energy / sacral chakra, but you know, more of that solar plexus energy being dealt with right now. So. yep, that's basically it, y'all. Just making sure I'm getting everything out. Again, dealing with our confidence in that fact. I'm doing this video now, like in alignment with, like, so say for instance, I got this phone, and let me share the story of, in my journey, seeing how, like, I was Ben was coming across, to a certain extent, coming across the money to get a phone, but kind of constantly being scared of doing it, because it's like, oh man, if I get this phone, what the next, what the funds gonna come for buying crystal bracelets, or for buying the beads for bracelets and things of this nature. Or if I buy this phone now, I'm only be able to eat a little bit, and seeing like where it was just constantly, my mind just trying to find fearful excuses to not, get a phone, you know what I'm saying? But now that I done purchased, I done broke, like, that's how you break out of a lesson loop. It ain't about constantly reading books about spirituality, or, of course that helps, but it's like, it's taking action is what really helps us release out of a lot of these blockages, you know what I'm saying? And of course there's more to it as far as chakra work, things of this nature, but again, me taking action is, that's along within the chakra work, because that's a healthy root chakra, sacral and solar plexus. The lower chakras are, spinning healthily. If I'm confident, again, that confidence with the solar plexus, and that courage, root chakra vibe, take action. But again, like, helping me to break out of this lesson loop, and I'm feeling that support of, like, knowing, what I'm saying, that the abundance is there, and that it always, you walk in richness, like you walk in currency, you know what I'm saying? You are infinite amount of currency, and it only stops whenever you cut it off with your mind, you know what I'm saying? Whenever some type of subconscious programming, puts you in a certain type of box, and then and that's where you'll be until you could work on your subconscious and take the certain actions that is needed to break you out of that lesson loop, But again, like, having that confidence and not being scared, and also it's all right to make mistakes. All right, hey, you bid on buying something too quick, and you realize, hey, it may have been from, like, the egoic mind more than following my heart, and I just did a video recently about that. But you might feel like that. It's all right, you learn from that experience. You constantly, again, it's like, taking lemons and make lemonade, or, again, just, following the inner guidance, and you do, it just so happened that it was your inner guidance and not your egoic mind, and things work out. But even if it don't work out, quote unquote, it still works out, because now you get to see, all right, that decision came from my mind. So let me go back and see how that idea even came up, so I could kind of observe how, the sneakiness of my ego, because that's, the whole reason why being observant in the moment, like when you have a thought, observing instead of, like, judging that thought, or instead of trying to, block it out or going against that thought, because the moment you go against that thought, then that's like the ego reactivated. But, a thought pop up, don't judge it, just observe it. But, all right. And again, the more you become observant of your thoughts and not indulging in them, the less, that egoic mind, because the egoic mind, it's slick with it, once it realizes you're consciously aware of this bullshit, it starts to fall back, but, again, tapping into that uniqueness, definitely, and remember, we constantly evolving, constantly changing. A lot of the things we dealing with will not look like what we have done before, like all the things we did growing up and the way we went about things, for the most part, that's constantly going to be changing until, those old ways don't exist no more. You asked for this. Even though you don't remember, you still held accountable for being down here, and dealing with it, you know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. Again, we are the know thing on the experience. Don't get caught up in our old ideas, thought forms, and ways of living that no longer serve us. And also don't get caught up in anybody else's, you know, aspects of doing things. Like, again, you know, if somebody say something about a certain way they're doing things and it resonates with you strongly on a like a heartfelt level, to where it feel like if you don't do this, like, you know, like where you could obviously feel like the universe is speaking to you through a universal frequencies video, let's just say, you know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, then what I'm saying, you know, maybe you know, for you or whatever. But again, for the most part, don't just follow what somebody's saying just because, well, you know, hey, they instruct yoga classes, so I'm pretty sure, you know, what they doing is right, and let me follow what they doing just because, you know, they the face of the new age movement, and that's what spirituality is said to look like. So let me just follow what they do and say, you know. And again, that's not to, I'm using that as an example. That's not to say that, you know, a yoga instructor may not, you know, a yoga instructor could have some insight for you, whatever. Because of course I was kind of joking a little bit with the new age vibe, but, you know, to each his own on how you know, what's your spiritual practices and things of this nature. Again, we down here to be our unique, you know, selves. You know, that may be somebody that got a past life dealing with that energy or whatever the case may be. But, you know, that's basically it, y'all. Yep, that's it. Peace. Peace. Happy now. Now's a vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past.